you just gotta look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Stay strong, stay active, go to the fucking studio, master your craft. Because a lot of times, a lot of people think they're going through shit, and it's just because they're not really going through nothing. They're just not good enough.
Hey guys, what's good? And welcome to the COSIGN Life. If you're watching this video, that means you co-sign us and we co-sign you. So here are a couple of ways to support us at COSIGN Magazine. Number one, view the description below, click the link, and purchase an issue of COSIGN Magazine. Just like this one right here, physical. You can purchase this. Number two, you can also support us by purchasing COSIGN merch. Hit the link below and it'll take you to all our past merch items, and we'd love to have your support and see you wear COSIGN Magazine.
We're back with another COSIGN Conversations interview, and this one is special to me because it's another fellow Killeen native. Yeah. We got my guy Supa.
Yeah,
how's it going,
what's
bro?
happening, bro?
Man, glad you can make it out.
It's been a journey, bro.
It's been a journey, man. It's been a journey, man. But for those who don't know, y'all may know him as Mr. Halle Berry. But for those who don't know, man, tell us a little about yourself before we get started, bro.
Yeah, I'm just a recording artist from Killeen, man. Just a kid, you know, who really loves the music.
Yeah.
I'm a music head. I got a whole playlist of just, you know, music from like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, you know, what I jam all day. I'm a 90s lover.
That's what's up, okay.
So it's pretty much where it started, man. I've been writing music since I was 9.
Yeah.
I started real early. I knew what I wanted to do when I was a youngster.
That's what's up.
That's why I be seeing that little meme on Instagram, and they be like, you know, if you were still doing your dream job today, what would it be? Yeah. I always comment, a rapper, because I'm living it right now.
Living it. That's what's up, man. Okay, before we get to the backstory, because we got a lot to go over with, I want to talk about something recent, though. The name change, right? So start off as SupaSTAAR, now just Supa.
Pretty much, bro. I just wanted to change. I felt like, you know, making those changes in life, you know, they're necessary. You gotta hit the reset button.
Okay.
Some people hit the reset button every couple of months. Some people hit the reset button every, you know, couple of years.
Gotcha.
And I feel like for me at that very time, and that happened in like 2013, it was definitely time to hit the reset button. You know, do away with the past and reinvent myself. You know, people don't even notice me when I walk in the club no more because I got a beard now. I got long braids. I never wore jewelry. I got jewelry now. It's just a whole bunch of changes and evolution, pretty much. And you know, it's a part of life. It didn't matter if you was, you know, doing another job. You still gotta be able to, you know,
make changes and progress. Man, so let's tell the Supa story. Okay. So man, for one, it's hard enough, you know what I'm saying, making it out of Killeen, right? In any field, bro. But you made it out of Killeen doing music at a time to where, you know, we had the internet, but it wasn't like Instagram now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really had to grind.
Yeah. In fact, I think with YouTube, that was like, you had to really be savvy with that shit.
Exactly.
You know? It was still new, just like TikTok today. Yeah. YouTube was that for us. But pretty much, man, it just started when, you know, I was rapping in high school too. Okay. I had singles I was putting out at Harker Heights.
Okay.
And so when I went to PV, I'm a chameleon. I'm a producer too. I make beats and I songwrite. So when I got around a lot of those Dallas niggas, it was pretty much I started adapting to what they do and how they do shit. Even from the way they dress, from the way they talk, from the lingo. So people would tell me today, be like, you a Dallas nigga, bro. Be like, what does that mean? But now I see it, it's like I've really adapted that whole culture. And when I was out there, that's all I was around. PV, you know, they brought us close together, you know, from day one. So I was just making beats in my room, and I make them loud as hell so people, everybody who rap heard me. And they come and they, you know, we do the whole, you know, mix and jam session. And so it progressed to the point where I ran into Dorrough.
Okay.
And he was like the other guy on campus. He was that guy on campus.
He was okay.
Yeah.
So he was already like
he
well
was
known.
already that nigga.
Okay.
And so I was like, damn, I would love to do a song with him. I loved his music.
Yeah.
Like his shit went hard to me. And I just knew something in him. I saw something in him that I didn't see in any other rapper on campus.
Okay.
And so that's when I got introduced to everybody else, DJ Merc and then Genius, the whole squad. And
so how did you connect with Dorrough? Was it just like he started to hear about you, or how was that connection?
Yeah, he heard I made beats.
Okay.
He was like, hey, this little young nigga in the UC.
Yeah.
That's what we called it, the UC.
Yeah.
He makes some cold ass beats. You need to link. So we linked. I made some beats for him. He got on some, put it out. And
was Ice Cream Paint Job out yet?
No, hell
okay,
no.
this was before.
This was way before.
Okay, before Walk That Walk.
Yeah. Now, but granted, everything I'm about to tell you happened from 2007 to 2009.
Okay,
so it's a lot of shit.
No, 2 years.
In 2 years, nigga.
Okay.
And so when we actually, started working with each other, that's when I had pretty much, I was doing bad. Really, I was just kind of going through the motions of college.
Yeah.
And it was just that one day, I, tell this story all the time. I got fired from my job and I went home. It was on Christmas break. And I had the lyrics to Halle Berry written already.
Okay.
But I ain't had a beat.
Okay.
And I was just working on the beat constantly. Nothing hit until that one bitch I was making.
Yeah.
And it just hit. And I was just like,
instantly you knew.
No, I knew. I started recording it.
Yeah.
I put the hook with the verse to it. I didn't have a second verse. I took the second verse from another song, put that on there. And I put it out on MySpace. And that's when, when you put a song up on MySpace, it's new. It goes to the top so everybody who on your page can see it. And it was the one song out of all my songs that really took off. It had a lot of plays.
Yeah.
So just to go along with, further from there, I think I took it to a Killeen party. It was we went back home in Killeen.
Okay.
And I took it to this DJ. He was DJing at the Southside.
Okay.
Southside was still
I remember Southside.
So they was throwing a party there. He was DJing there. I didn't know if the nigga was on the radio. I didn't know he was a radio DJ.
Okay.
DJ got him.
So I remember DJ got him.
Yeah. So I gave him the record, and it was on a CD.
Yeah.
And I didn't even stay cause I was just in the moment. It was girls around, I just like, man, I'm gonna get this in my CD. I didn't even stay to, see him play it. And so I go back to PV, and school had just started back. This was in January 2008, and it was like around my birthday. And nigga called me. He said, "Hey," he said, "you got a song called Halle Berry?" I said, "Yeah. What's up?" He said, "Bro, am I tripping or did I just hear that on the radio?" And I was like, I don't know. So he calls me back. He said, "Bro, yes, bro, listen, it's on the radio." He played it again, and it was for some little Hot 99 thing. I didn't know nothing about it. I'm in PV.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, man, go up to the station, get that nigga number. And I said, "What's his name?" And he was like, "DJ got him." I said, "Oh shit, that's the nigga I gave the CD to." So long story short, we ended up linking up, and I pretty much became. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna play this song on the radio every day," and it became the #1 song in the city. And before that time, or during that time, a lot of people didn't know that we was coming back and forth to Killeen throwing parties.
Okay.
And at the parties,
we
didn't have enough money to get a DJ, so I was the DJ.
So you making records, producing, rapping, and you DJing the party.
And I wasn't even DJing. What I was doing was I'll set my laptop up and I'll have this fire ass playlist. And I would just
go next. So no transition or nothing.
No transition. And I was throwing Halle Berry in there every time. And so I kind of helped break the record while it was on radio. And then, we was kind of like, man, we need to take this record to the next spot. And he was like, my guy who ended up being my manager, he was like, man, put Dorrough on it.
Who's your manager at that time?
At that time, it was D. Will. He was he was Kurt Cobain's manager.
Ah, okay. And, he from Killeen too?
Yeah, we went to high school together.
Okay.
We came up together. And we came into the business together. He managed Lil Jeremy today. He managed T. Wayne. He managed.
T-Wayne, dang, I ain't heard T-Wayne.
First, Let Me Hop. Yeah, he managed all them. So he has a pretty good resume, but he was kind of like, man, put Dorrough on it. I said, really? You think so? You think he'll do it? I don't know, it's a try. So we went and asked Derose to get on it. He didn't really get on it at first. He took like a couple weeks to get on it, but it was the time we was like, all right, look, we need to bring this Dallas boogie movement to Killeen. And so we booked one of our nights at the club. It was gonna be the party night, and I was gonna perform, Derose was gonna perform, and we was gonna bring the dudes who be hitting the dance down there, so they could see the dance. Yeah. And we did that. And it's on YouTube today, my very first club performance. Yeah. And when he seen the crowd erupt, and they sung the whole song word for word, I know when he got back, he already had his verse done. When he got back to PV, that nigga had his verse done.
He like, I gotta get on this.
His manager, Merk and Cash, stopped me at the gym, the basketball gym at PV, and was like, hey man, Dorrough went ahead and did his verse. We need to go ahead and get that whole mix and mastered and shit. And I was like, hold on. But no, I knew what they was talking about. They was like, yo, this is a hot song in your city. And so, we went ahead and did the whole deal. Now, where it got crazy is I was trying to make business moves. Yeah. And Q Smith,
gonna be producer,
who's the producer, he actually was like, hey man, look, I know some people at K104, if you can just let me put my tag on the beat and put some sounds on top of the beat, I'll give you exchange to get that radio play. And I was like, shit, that sounds pretty good to me. You know, at the time, I'm not thinking of the long-term things of this nature. So, once I had agreed to that, we got the song mixed and mastered. And what got fucked up in the process was when Dorrough came back here to promote the record, he would promote it with it being under his name.
Right, his record.
So, like, if I promote COSIGN more than you promote COSIGN in my city, who you think they're gonna think owns COSIGN?
Exactly, they don't think you do,
Exactly. So that's why it got so fucked up that people was like, nah, that's the Dorrough song. Now that's song. Yeah. So I was just like, who the fuck, what?
Yeah, because a lot of hands on it.
It was so many hands on it. And then, we was breaking it out in PV. That's when Roger started playing it. And we was just kind of playing it at the party, trying to get it played at the parties at Prairie View. Because at that time, it didn't matter who you were. If your shit wasn't hot at Prairie View, you wasn't hot.
Yeah, y'all had what it is. I had the post like.
We had everybody. Party Boys, Kirko, Chose. The Frankie niggas came out there. The Bobby B niggas came out there.
I was gonna say Fat Pimp, but he was at TSU.
Fat Pimp was at TSU. That's my boy. I can't even. Bone. Yeah, they was finna do a documentary on us.
Should, bro. That'd be lit.
They was calling us PV Motown for a minute.
Y'all had everybody. That was like the move, bro. Like go to PV.
All the even the young lady that's viral on the skates now, on TikTok, she went to PV.
That's crazy.
With us, at the parties with us, on stage with us.
That's crazy.
Dominique from Insecure.
Oh, okay.
She was with us at PV. Like everybody who's pretty much just doing some good shit today, they was in that era. And so, once it blew up out here, it blew up in Houston a little bit, but it blew up out here more. Yeah. So we was having to drive from Houston to Dallas with Dorrough, trying to perform the record and shit. And it was one pivotal moment, man. I think it was the Lil Wayne, what was that? It was the Nokia Center, that's the Verizon Center today. It was Lil Wayne's headlining. That's when Carter 3 just came out.
Yeah, so Lil Wayne was on fire.
Yeah, so, we drove up to Dallas and we was looking for Dorrough and Q Smith, because we was like, hey man, we just want to, do some club runs. We up here for the weekend. And, they was like, oh, we ain't in town. So we was like, we found out later that the Summer Jam was at Nokia Center. So we went up to the Nokia Center and posted up outside. Nigga, we was like, at this time, Halle Berry was the hottest record in the fucking in the city. Like, you know, it was growing. It was one of them records. It was along with the Stanky Leg.
Yeah, it was on the same.
Lil Will record was going. So we was kind of like, shit, we right there too.
Yeah.
And we posted up outside, and this rep from Atlantic Records pulled around in a black truck, and he was hollering at the radio nigga who saw me. I think it was DJ Magic at the time.
Okay. From
97.9, and he was like, hey, y'all niggas want to perform? We looked at each other. It was just me and my manager. We were like, shit, hell yeah. So they drove us around back, and that was the first time I seen Hurricane Chris and everybody. You know, Pretty Ricky was high.
Oh yeah.
I think, not Sierra. Who the fuck was that? I can't even think of the chick name. She was hot at the time, but she had just performed. I mean, we was backstage with everybody. Literally, we were some regular rappers, and the fact that we had a hit song, we got to the back. So when we got to the back, they was like, all right, somebody didn't show up, so we're gonna cross their name and we're gonna put you there. You go on next.
Okay.
So within like 3 minutes, I'm about to go on stage in front of 30,000 people. And this is my second performance.
Wow.
So this is like, it just did not stop, bro. Yeah. And so I was like, holy shit. Yeah. But I'm, you know, being the artist, I had to turn it on and just muster up everything I had as artistry inside. And I went out there and I performed. And when I performed is, when these guys down here saw me, I see them on your magazine. My manager don't want me saying their name, but they saw me perform, and they were like, "Yo, I think this could be bigger than what it is." Yeah. And we was just like, "Cool, okay, let's link up." Now, originally we wasn't gonna sign with Playing Skills. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. We wasn't gonna sign with them. Yeah. And they actually. They did some crazy shit to get us to sign with them, and it was all a part about, like, you know, reading your contract, man. Read your contract, bro. So
let me ask you this though: when you got it, what process before all this, I want to say, when did you like start taking it seriously? Like, when did you start like signing up for Ascap, all that, and then did you have anybody look at the contract, or just you and your manager?
Yeah, I was signed up for Ascap already. We were just starting to get the splits right on Halle Berry. At first, it was gonna be, you know, it was just me, Dorrough, and Q Smith. And then something happened with that situation. My manager was getting calls from promoters saying that Dorrough was performing the song and getting booked for it. I didn't have a problem with him performing the song, but when I found out he was getting booked for it, now it's like, the promoter's like, well, what do we need to book you for? Right. Halle Berry just got performed last week, and we paid him. Yeah. So it was kind of like, wow. Yeah. Where's my money? Yeah. It's my song. Yeah. And it just got crazier and crazier from there. And then my manager, he felt really bad because he was the one that initiated. The thing. Put him on it. So it was like, it was a lot of emotions, but we went along with it until then.
You signed a deal.
So I didn't sign the deal yet.
Okay.
So this time, at this point, Halle Berry is the hottest song.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And that beat alone, just like you said,
every club, every college, every nigga, the YouTube was going crazy, and so Jive Records wanted to sign me. Okay. Independent. I mean, they not independent. They wanted to sign me to a single deal.
They had Trade D, right?
They had Trade D.
Okay.
They was coming down. This is when everybody was in Dallas. Nigga. Every record label I saw them with my own two eyes in Dallas, like it is in LA and Atlanta and shit. So they wanted to sign me, but I guess these guys didn't want to take me up to the meeting with them. They wanted to go by themselves. And so when they went by themselves. From my understanding, they were trying to get a label deal off of Halle Berry, and you can't do that. Right. Like you trying to get a label deal off one record, right? But they wanted to offer me a single deal, and you know, of course that went south. But the way they got me to sign was they was like, hey, Jive said, they're not gonna sign you unless you sign us. So at this point, me and my manager was like, okay, well, what the fuck do we do? Because we need this Jive deal. They was telling us we finna get a single deal. They want to do a single deal. So we was like, okay, cool. Yeah. So we skimmed through the fucking contract, being young, bro. Skimmed through the contract, not, you know, trying to understand shit we don't understand.
Gotcha.
And we ended up signing that motherfucker, sending it back. And 2 days later, them niggas come back from New York and was like, they don't want to do the deal. They said no, they didn't want to do the deal no more.
Oh, so Jive didn't want to do it?
Wow.
So now you
we signed to y'all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much how they got me.
And
so
to be transparent, y'all didn't take it to a lawyer or anything. Y'all just, y'all were just ready to move forward.
We couldn't do. We already signed the. Once you ink that signature on that, you can fuck the lawyer, fuck everybody, nigga. You're here.
So let me ask you, was it more so you were just so eager to do something that you did that you was like you didn't want to show a lawyer, or did you not have a lawyer at the time, or what was?
I had a lawyer, yeah, but I was flat out manipulated.
Gotcha.
It's just flat out manipulation. It was just really like they played on our emotions of a true record deal. Yeah. Because we kind of was like, well, we hadn't signed with them. It was like we held the contract like 4 weeks, a month. So it was just kind of like they felt like, well, these niggas ain't gonna sign with us at all. Yeah. We didn't really want to, but we was like, well, if Jive is gonna take us, let's just go ahead and do this deal with them and then go with the Jive deal, and then maybe later down the road when you do more records, of course, you can just sign directly with Jive, pay them off, and we'll keep it moving.
Gotcha.
Obviously that didn't work out that way. So we actually, you know, said, fuck it, man, we're gonna go ahead and, you know, do the whole, so we still performing, Halle Berry's still everywhere, we doing our thing. Woo! And then the calls come, and I literally was in class. Because at this time, when Halle Berry was booming, I was still in PV, taking class.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Going to class, doing shows. I had 4 shows a week. Yeah. Professors were sending me homework via email and shit. I was doing it on the road. Like, it was real. Up. So when they called us one day and they was like, man, come to Dallas. And, you know, we came, and they was just like, yeah, we don't think Halle Berry is going to make a lot of money, like the amount that or go as far as we wanted with you. Yeah. Hurricane's looking for a record right now, so we're gonna go ahead and sell him the record. I said, what?
They sold him your record.
I said, come again? I said, first of all, how you gonna do that? Yeah. Everybody in the world knows it's my song. Yeah. How y'all gonna actually? Everybody in the world didn't know it was my song. Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana knew it was my song. And so they was like, well, you know, they're gonna offer you this, it's gonna take you on tour, they're gonna put you in the video, they're gonna do all these things. And I'm just like, man, nah, I'm good. Yeah. So we left, and my manager, you know, he called me and he was like, yo, pretty much, man, they're gonna go ahead and do the deal anyway, because you signed with them. They can do whatever they want with that record.
But you produced it, right?
Yeah, I produced it, but in the contract, when I produced it, I gave away my rights and publishing.
All of it?
All of it. Everything. What'd they say? Every blood clot thing.
Bruh.
Yeah. And so publishing was giving away the rights to that's why when you see it on like a Spotify or something and you pull up, or even on Wikipedia, if you pull it up, it'll say my name as a songwriter. Yeah. It says their name and Q Smith's name as a producer. It don't give me my credit for the production.
Gosh, bro.
Because that's how they sold it to Polo Grounds. And they were signing the job.
Okay.
J Records, I'm sorry. And Polo Grounds, they really didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about the history of it. They didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. They felt like this was a local record, and the world gonna know this, and these little 4 cities, towns, states gonna know this, and they didn't give a fuck. But yeah, man, he said they gonna do it anyway, and we fucked around and we had to go along with it because we were in a contract.
So let me ask you this, if you can you disclose? Okay, so can you disclose what you at least got for it?
Yeah. So up front, they sent me 10 grand.
Okay.
Up front, and I think it was just 100% ownership of my show money, so I could still do shows. But yeah, that's it.
So you couldn't, no rights to the record.
Yeah, I still had writers' rights.
Writers' rights, but not
writers' rights, and I still, at this time, I had just that.
Just writers' rights.
Just writers' rights and $10,000.
Wow.
Upfront money.
But you getting doing more shows.
Yeah, way more. Way more. At this, now it didn't reach that height until the Halle Berry, until the Hurricane Chris shit took off.
Yeah.
Because it was like I can boost my amount of. At that time, I was only going for like $2 grand a show.
Yeah, if you're doing 4 shows a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and then I'm getting, my manager getting a portion of that, like 1,500, but that ain't shit.
Yeah.
I'm not 1,500.
15%.
Yeah, 20%.
20%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, man, we were still just moving and grooving. We were still performing the record then.
Yeah.
And then they told us, well, we got to stop performing the record and shit. Because I said, nah, well, that's how I'm making my money.
Yeah.
And that's what caused the real riff in between shit. And then, we stopped talking to Playing Skills. We were signed to them doing our own thing. We had stopped talking to them. Another reason why they wanted to sell the song was because all across town, the Derose shit was still going on.
Oh, he was still
in the streets.
Yeah.
And then that's when he blew up with Walk That Walk, and Ice Cream Paint Job.
Yeah.
And what people don't know is the story that was underground. Under all that shit, the DJs had cut me off. Everything was blamed on me. I was the blame for taking Dorrough off the song. I was the blame for, just a lot of shit, bro.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
It had nothing to do with you.
And I ain't gonna say it was Dorrough going around saying it, but his camp was the one spreading the word in the street. Oh, that nigga SupaSTAAR, a whole ass nigga, and this and that. And so it got real sticky.
Damn.
Yeah, it got real sticky. They sent one DJ crew sent a pink slip out to all the DJs saying, if you play SupaSTAAR's new music, you will be kicked out of the DJ crew.
Wow, bro. It got that serious?
Oh yeah, it got serious. And then, so we got that problem going on with Dorrough.
Yeah.
Now we got this problem with Playing Skills. We ain't fucking with them.
Yeah.
So I actually got into an altercation with Play, at his house.
Yeah.
When it was time to finalize the contract for Halle Berry,
Yeah.
he nigga threw the pen at me to sign. And that was it. I exploded in because in my mind, I'm 21 years old.
Yeah.
I'm still bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Man, fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm swole from football still. Like, what's up, nigga? Come on. So, we was finna fight and shit, and nigga had their guns out and shit. It was just
crazy.
like, all right. So that's when I was just like, all right, this has gone too far.
Yeah.
But, so we stopped talking for months, and then the song came out, the Hurricane Chris version. Oh my God.
I know how to eat you up inside.
Worst days of my life. Bro, our calls came from everywhere. Nigga, texts came from everywhere, bashing me, congratulating me, bashing me,
like
congratulating me.
Yeah.
It was so bittersweet. And so, it was, I had to chunk that shit up, bro. I just had to go. I had to keep performing, keep, putting the word out, lines in some ways. And so when it got to the video time, because initially in Dallas, Bebe blew the record up. It was actually landed on the desk of an intern at K104.
Okay.
Through Q Smith. And he picked it up and started just playing that bitch. He didn't give a fuck. He was just playing the shit out of it. And that bitch blew up. So when it came to the video time, he came to the video shoot and nobody knew that his camp and Hurricane wasn't even talking no more.
Oh, for real?
So it was like, yo, what the fuck? fuck. It was so much bullshit, bro. Like, people look at me today like, bro, I don't see how you didn't kill yourself. Like, what the
bro,
fuck? I got bashed from here to Jerusalem, nigga.
It's one of those stories that you hear like on Lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my nigga, it's so much little shit that happened that I even think today niggas is like side-eyeing me or they scoot over when I come around. Like, I'm like, what the fuck did I do, my nigga? Tell the truth?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, I don't even be fucking with too many people, bro. Cause, you know, niggas that fuck with me know the story. They heard it from me. The niggas that don't fuck with me heard it from another nigga.
Heard from somebody else.
Yeah, so I be like, man, you know. But during that time, bro, the video shoot, I'm in the video and all that shit. It's cool. That's when I kind of started to see kind of like a mellowed out, you know, how can I say, just easygoing career path at that point. Cause now I'm on 106 and Park. Now I'm like a real celebrity. So now it's kind of like, you know, I was still going to school. I was getting stopped, walking in class, signing autographs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it got real major. That's when I started going like $4 or $5 grand a show, shows every day.
That's lit.
You know? So it was like, you know, that song took me to places I'd never been, but it fucked me up because even then on the record label, we ran into a problem with them. So what happened was Halle Berry goes on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
I remember.
And she danced to the song.
I remember.
But what people didn't know is, who name did she say? She said SupaSTAAR. She didn't say Hurricane Chris to the end. So it's like, whose song is it? SupaSTAAR? SupaSTAAR? And they went nuts. The label was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So they got mad. So they shot 2 versions of the video. Them niggas cut me out
of the video.
The one video had me all over that motherfucker. The other video is the one you see today, where I'm in that bitch like 17 seconds. Even during my verse. They didn't give me none because of that Ellen DeGeneres shit. Then he goes on, I know they're telling Hurricane in his camp to say this. Me and Hurricane cool today. And, you know, so Hurricane goes on 106 and Park and talks about how the song came about. And then he tells him, I'm laying in the bed and I just came up with it. And oh my gosh.
So he lied on national TV.
On national TV. Now you gotta understand, all the people in Killeen, I'm hearing it from them. All the people at PV, I'm hearing it from them. Niggas in the streets, I'm hearing it from them. The industry people that helped blow the record up out here, I'm hearing it from them. I'm taking lashes from everybody, bro. And that's your song, nigga. That's your fucking song, man. They can't come take your shit. Hey,
damn,
for like 2 years, bro, I was taking lashes. Meanwhile, when I try to put out new records, they wouldn't play new records. Because of this shit.
Let me ask you, why they just didn't have him feature on there instead of just giving him or selling him the song?
I forgot that part. So that's how Playing Skills maneuvered that in there. Before we put out a remix. When we got with them, we put out a remix. And the remix had Hurricane Chris and Tum Tum on it. And then the DJs, out of spite, put out a Dallas version of it. They had all the Dallas artists on it. Even Fat Pimp was on it. Because Fat Pimp, he was like, man, I'll fuck with you, but what is this? I mean, I'm getting it from DJs. Like, they want me to do a verse. If it's cool with you, I'll do it. You know, I was like, yeah, go ahead. I ain't tripping, bro. I know what they're doing. They just feel away and they want to put, you know. And I didn't know. I didn't know this was going on. Like, but they put that record out. So at this time, the radio is playing four versions. My version, my very first version. They're playing the the regular version with me and Dorrough.
Yeah.
They're playing the one with Tum Tum and Hurricane Chris, and then they're playing the Dallas version with all the Dallas. That's why I was like, yo, either this has got to be the biggest song of our
that's crazy
10-year decade, like what? Or it's like, what the fuck is the infatuation with this song, bro? Like, what the fuck is it? And my guy, he was telling me, he was like, well, you gotta think about it, bro. Like, what are the odds of you making a song and then the person you made the song about dances to it on TV?
Actually
co-signing the song, then it's become, this dance version, like
they have this,
and it's like, yes, bro, I would be jealous of you too.
It was like the timing, everything just aligned, bro. Like the way the beat is, it forces you to move.
Yeah.
Then the hook is catchy as
it's right with the beat.
Yeah,
the right in the pocket.
It's catchy as hell, bro. So, like, circle back on this, bro. Like, so when you say Hurricane Chris said how he made it, tell us the real verse, like how you came up with this. 'Cause you said you had the verse written already.
Yeah.
So what was your thought process? Was you like, man, I want to just make, like, why Halle Berry, basically?
I had it written. I had at that time I was doing it backwards. Today I make the beat and then write the record.
Gotcha.
Back then I would write the record and then make the beat around it.
When you wrote it, but what made you want to say Halle Berry?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know, it flowed. It just was when I was writing, she fine, and it was just a certain way. At that time, I was studying how hooks were made. And there was kind of like, at that time, it was 3 different types. It was like a couple of type of different hooks that you could do. You could do the type where you set it up like Halle Berry, where you would say a couple of lines and then you would put a chant, and then you say another couple of lines, then throw the chant back in there. Or then you had the type of hooks where you'll say all these lines, and then the second part of the hook would just be the whole chant. You just chant. Yeah. That was kind of like the Dallas Boogie setup.
Gotcha.
Like, like I said, I'm a scientist with this shit. I've been writing for years, so I knew like how to write certain hooks and how they should go. But I didn't know how to put the beats to them. And then when I put the beat to that, it just came out nice. It was one of them songs like, it comes out so easy. It was so fucking easy. I recorded that song in like 20 minutes.
I heard that's how it be, man. Like the ones. They just.
And at this time, you gotta understand, I was a lyricist. I'm like I am today.
Yeah.
I went back to it. I was a lyricist. I was New York spitting, bars and punchlines like I am today. So I didn't really. I just wanted to try something. I was like, man, let me try this little Dallas shit. These niggas be playing around me and shit. They be dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're from Killeen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was hitting the dance a little bit, but I was mostly the artist behind the music. And then I just made that bitch.
I remember going back to Killeen, and those times I used to go back, and I remember, bro, going to the club, and it was like, Killeen's small, but it's like, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, bro. Like, you really got to be strong out there, bro. But I'm seeing like everybody in the club dancing.
Everybody.
The hardest of the hardest out there dancing.
Even today when I go back, niggas, the hardest niggas. Hey, I used to.
We used to be at the club jigging to that joint, bro.
I used to tear that bitch up.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. So when you signed to Playing Skills, they touched the beat too, didn't they?
Let me think. Yeah, no.
Well, they just left it as is. Cause I want to say
when it had that little what's that sound in it? I think that was playing. I think that was Q Smith.
Okay.
But I can't remember if he kept that in there or they put that in there. But nah, I don't think they touched it at all, to be honest. I honestly think they just put their name on it and they tag on it.
Gotcha.
That shit was so wild, man. And then, you had, when it became the Hurricane record, when it became a worldwide record, then, the label stepped in and they did their remix. And so the label remix had Beanie Man, Pitbull, Boosie, Young Jock, Ludacris, he jumped it off. who else was on that bitch? Some nigga named C-Rod. I think that was it. It was a couple. It was one of them long remixes that came out. Yeah, that shit's still up on YouTube.
Yeah, but it probably
the original.
And it's crazy, bro, that this record went through all that.
Man, it was like I said, I touched on a lot of parts, but it was a lot of little shit like, you know, just a lot of little petty shit, man. And you know, so around 2009, that's when like, you know, Dorrough and his camp, they were popping. And so they were going back trying to get, you know, what's owed to them. And, you know, I can't deny that Dorrough helped blow the record up in Dallas. I just hated the way it was delivered to the people. I think I just wish it was delivered to the people a little bit differently on who record it was. Cause that shit caused niggas, you got niggas in the hood today. Oh, that's Dorrough song.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up. Yeah. So, you know, I kind of wished it was just delivered differently, but it is what it is. And I think at that time, he was just coming back to get what was you know, owed to him. Well, what that does is, Ascap, when you have a dispute on a record, they freeze all funds, all royalties. So from 2009 to 2012, nobody got paid from Halle Berry.
Nobody.
Not a dime. Until we've settled our dispute. And at this time, Dorrough popping.
Yeah.
So he's moved on. He got his own money. We ain't speaking to them no more.
Yeah.
And you know, now the song is Hurricane Chris song.
Yeah.
Featuring me.
Yeah.
Who's gonna book the featuring artist?
Yeah. Dang.
Show slowed up. So around 2010 is the very first time I hit rock bottom. I went flat broke.
Dang.
Flat broke. I was taking care of people.
Yeah.
I was paying people's bills. I put a girl through college, paid a couple of her classes.
Dang.
I bought people cars. I'm not cars. I got people cars out the shop.
Yeah,
just
being that person for everybody.
Hey, let me borrow $1,500. All right. You know, it wasn't even what you needed for. Yeah. Sending it. I was just too generous. And around 2010 is when I had my daughter. And then that's when it hit hard, bro. I had to get a job.
Yeah.
And I would never forget this. I was working at the Houston Zoo. This is when I was living in Houston. Working at the Houston Zoo, checking tickets.
Hey, after you had the hottest song.
The hottest song just a year ago.
Yeah.
And one of the fans came through with her family. It was like, hey, ain't you the nigga that did the Halle Berry song? I was just like, yeah. Like, damn.
No, that shit hurt.
That's why I'm able to tell it today. That was one of the most pivotal moments in my life that I was just like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just fucked me up, bro. I went home that day. I think I cried. You know, I a couple of times, you know, I don't talk about this a lot. A couple of times I contemplated suicide, you know, because I was so young, bro. I was 22, 23 years old. I had my daughter at 23. So I was 23, you know, and, you know, people tell me, it's like, yeah, bro, you were kind of like a child star. You know, you was not a child, but you was like 19, 20 when that shit was going on. Fresh out of high school. So, you know, it hit me, bro. I was just like, damn, I haven't lived. Yeah. You know, for the last 2 or 3 years, I was a quote unquote celebrity and, you know, performer and, you know, and now it's like, I ain't shit. So, but the drive in me didn't let me give up. I was still doing music. I was still producing. Right. And I was just like, you know what? I gotta keep going. At that time, that's when me and my manager fell out too. Okay. He had started managing Kirko. Okay. Kirko Bangs. Kirko was opening up for me on the little shows that I was getting. Yeah. And then he took off.
Yeah, Kirko took off,
Yeah, and it was just a riff in the crew. Niggas just started getting into it. The money ain't the same. You know, a lot of fuck shit started going on within the crew. Yeah. And we broke up, man. We all just went our separate ways. 2 of the niggas stayed with me, who rocking with me today. But yeah, when that shit happened, bro, it's just...
Dang.
And then all of this is going on, and Halle Berry is still
so you
the
still got
hottest song in
you still got to listen to that, but no money's coming.
I'm driving to work sometimes and it come on the radio.
And you're not getting no royalties from it. So what made like the settlement actually go all the way through?
So I'm at work. One day I get a call, and my lawyer from that time period, he called me. He was like, "Man, I just feel so sorry about everything that happened. I kind of want to," and this is around, at this time it's 2012. I had been there like 3 years. And so he was like, "Look, man, we just gonna try to, work this out. Dorrough people said they want to, do something. I got a call from them today." So I pretty much had to sign a publishing deal that was willing to give me 60 grand, and I had to pay 30 of that to these guys to get out of my contract. Yeah.
So you got 60, you had to give up half to get out.
Half to get out of the contract and get my publishing back, and then I can, sign with them and continue to, try to get placements, do music, of course, and get paid from Halle Berry. And so, that's how that happened. Of course, I didn't get all the rest of it because of lawyer fees and all that shit.
You didn't get the 30?
The other 30?
Yeah.
I got 9 of it.
So out of 60, you got 9.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. And so once we did that, man, parted ways. We started getting paid from Halle Berry.
So you got your publishing coming back now, though. But you got to give a portion of that to Dorrough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the thing about it was later, or during that time though, my lawyer negotiated to where I get majority of the record, because since I'm not gonna get all, he knew I wasn't gonna get all my 30.
Yeah.
So what he did was, well, since you're not gonna get all your 30% or your 30 grand, we're gonna make it to where you own 60% of the record.
Okay.
So, and then I was like, is that the production side and the songwriting side? He's like, yes, you're gonna own 60%. You're gonna own the most out of Hurricane, the other guys, everybody's involved. There's like 6 people involved.
Damn.
And so, that's how it ended up. So we all still get paid to this day, but I get paid the most.
That's what's up.
So it's bittersweet, but
yeah, I mean, so now that I've seen that on TikTok, it's going up.
It's back up.
It's going back up.
Life comes full circle, man. What it was though is over time, man, I just had to keep working. I knew if I keep putting music out, when Memorial Day come around, they gonna play it on the radio. They gonna play it here. They gonna play it there. And I'm gonna get paid from it. So, now it's streaming again. Yeah. Now we at streams. Now I control all my shit for that. Yeah. So it's just more so about like, how you come back.
Right.
Versus if you just sit there and stay there. Because even then, like I said, I put the battery in my back, and I didn't have no manager. And I was booking myself. Yeah. I started booking my own shows around like 2011 through like 2015. Yeah. And I just started booking my shit. That's how I booked that. I booked the show in South Korea. Okay. And that was my first overseas show. And then I went from there. I performed in London. I think it was at 2014. Yeah. Dang. So I was doing all that myself. I even got stuck in the fucking airport in South Korea, nigga. A whole day. I missed my flight. I had to stay a whole day in the airport to fly back by myself.
Hey, just Dolo,
nigga. 17-hour flight.
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like I said, bro. When you love this shit and you do this shit, a lot of shit's gonna happen. Yeah. It's about how can you take it? Can you take it? 1, and then 2, how can you prevail from it? How can you come out of that? Because I sunk into a dark fucking hole. Like,
I think most people would. But the crazy thing is, most people that gave up.
Oh yeah, they would have been construction workers.
Yeah,
working at a warehouse.
Gave up.
Telling the story about how they used to be popping. Yeah. I don't want to be that nigga. Yeah. I was that nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I found myself, because that wasn't the only job I worked. I got a whole resume of jobs now. I've been worked in call centers and shit.
Yeah, did everything.
That whole life is weird and crazy too. Yeah. Working with niggas' baby mamas and
different.
You know how that is. That world is crazy. So I was living a regular guy life for the last 6-7 years, and I recently, like 2 years ago, was able to, you know, quit my job and do music full time again.
That's what's up.
You know, because I just bounced back, you know.
So the royalties, are they still good enough to like maintain or?
Kind of, but I make more money out of my new music now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But you got the new record with Fat Pimp.
Walk Out the Bank.
Walk Out the Bank. That's a banger too.
Yeah, that's what I said. And all these years I've been releasing records, but Walk Out the Bank was that one that kind of it got me right back to where I was at. So
that's a banger too.
So now everybody's, you know, streaming my new shit. You know, I make more money out of that.
You produce that?
Yeah.
So produce. That's what's up.
I still produce all and what I do today is like pretty much everything. I'm songwriting. For I think this female artist out here named Kiki Webster. Okay. Produced for her. I songwrite for Warner Brothers. An artist that Warner Brothers is trying to brew up out of Chicago. Producing, writing for all his shit.
That's what's up.
Pretty much, man. Just you know. Moving, continue moving, producing for all the little Dallas artists out here.
That's what's up, man. So if you had to say like your overall lesson from your whole career, what would that be?
All of them. Because I know I done told you like at least 5.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 crazy things that happened, and I just wish, you know, none of that shit happened, bro. Because a lot of the shit that happened was out of my hands. I didn't know. Either it happened because I didn't know, or I was manipulated.
You were young too, man. So it was like,
man,
almost like you got taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
And that's the negative part of the industry that people talk about a lot is like they'll find, you know, young black minority artists and they'll take advantage of them. Like, yo, like I offer them certain opportunities that maybe they can't actually act upon, but they do it to get them, and then, you know, they end up getting screwed, bro. But then you can see why artists go ham and go crazy because it's like, bro, you playing with my livelihood.
And you know the thing, and you know the number one thing is why a lot of artists go crazy? They can't talk about it. What I just talked about right now.
Back then you couldn't.
I couldn't say that shit back then. You crazy?
Yeah, I remember because it was like, man, like there was so many different things, but like nobody knew what exactly happened.
What exactly happened.
So it's like, you got to let it die down, get things settled, and then.
And now we have this thing called social media, which is a help for me because you know when I post shit or when I say something. Ain't no filter on my shit.
Yeah, you can just,
you know, like, I let it rip. I don't give a fuck. You know, so I was just kind of like, oh, damn, for real? That happened? What? Yeah, nigga. They could do a documentary on this shit and you gonna be glued to your seat.
Man, I'm just glued listening like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It what makes it really crazy is that, like I said, like, bro, we both from Killeen, so I remember like, bro, legend in the cake. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, bro, my man's went through a lot.
A lot, bro.
A lot.
So much. Living, you know, getting evicted and living in Houston. Houston really raised me up, nigga, because that was some hard time. I was living on the north side, too. Yeah. You know, so, our Kirkendall. So, nigga, if you know anybody know anything about north side Houston, nigga, that's woo. Yeah. At night, don't pump your gas in. I'm telling you, that was the hood. So I you know, I've been through a lot, bro. Like, you know, and it's just I always talk about how this and prison is the same thing because a lot of guys go to prison, they find God. I had to go through this to find God. You know, I really started praying more. Once I started praying every day, man, it was like, wow. You know, all these good things just started happening. Yeah. And so it's just like, okay, I know what I need to do now. Yeah. You know, a lot of what happened to me was given to me. Halle Berry, that shit will never happen again, bro. Not to no artist. You know what I'm saying? Your second performance is in front of 30,000 people? What?
Yeah, it was just like, man.
I was doing little club performances, you know, but that was like a regular club night. I didn't get booked. Yeah. This was like, you go, you're next. So it's like, yeah, man, you know, that shit will never happen again, man. And, you know, I was just blessed to actually get the opportunity. But once God saw me taking advantage of it, you know, he snatched it away.
So outside of Ellen and outside of that 30,000 show, what do you say is your most rewarding experience as an artist?
with Hurricane at the BET Awards.
Okay.
We did the BET Awards red carpet.
That's what's up.
And when we performed.
Yeah.
106. That was my greatest moment. I look at that video every day, or every other day. I be like, God damn! I can't believe I was on TV performing. And I went into the show. I enjoyed. That's when Soulja Boy had the Pretty Boy Swag song out. Oh no. The Hop Up Out the Bed.
Yeah.
He performed it.
Swag,
Now that was crazy because that was the same year Michael Jackson died, and we were supposed to perform on the main stage. So when he died, they changed so much shit up that same weekend. Shit, it was. They changed everything. You know, Jamie was hosting that year.
Okay.
So yeah, but that was like a. Even then, that year it was kind of like a bittersweet year. I'm like, damn, bro, I can't catch a break. It was just always some turmoil coming around me and this shit. So, you know, but still, it was just like, that was the greatest moment. You know, I look at that as an accomplishment. Yeah. You know, even after that, that was the last time I seen Hurricane up until like a year ago, 2 years ago. But
how's relationships with everybody right now?
It's pretty good. Me and Dorrough don't really talk.
Okay.
Me and Q Smith talk. Everybody from the whole Ingenious, we talk. Shit. I mean, everybody. I talk to everybody now. Me and Hurricane, we talk. We just talked the other day.
How do you find new music? How do you get introduced to new artists?
Instagram.
That's what I'm saying.
Instagram.
Like it's like it really can't be forced on you. Like you have to hear it through somebody else. I'm like, damn, that sounds good. What is that?
It's a popularity. That's why it was like the more popular artists are gonna only be the only people who can really initially put somebody in a position to win. Because I mean, it's so much, bro. You can scroll down your timeline right now. And it's gonna be like 30 niggas you done seen rapping, bro. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be artwork with music behind it. It's gonna be videos. You know what I'm saying? Girls don't even like all that shit. Like they scrolling right past that shit. You know what I mean? So, and those are the ones who support music the most.
Women.
Niggas only gonna support it if it's something they're used to or they like or it's something they want. You know what I mean? Like. That's why I never really understood the whole guns in the videos and pointing. Yeah. I never understood that shit because it's kind of like, well, who likes that shit? The females like that shit. Yeah, some hood females, but you know, but it's just that's how I discover music though. I get on Instagram and I'll see somebody release something and I'll just play it. But that's me. Yeah. I'm an artist. Like I can't step into a fan's perspective. It's so hard. I try to, but
see, for me, I'm gonna tell you how I get interested in music. If I'm watching something, like I hear a lot of new music, like on series that I'm watching.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, man, because you don't know who the artist is, but you're watching something, and then like with movies and film and shows, they put music in certain ways to make you feel a certain emotion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm watching it and I start to feel a different emotion, I'm like, man, this song is really good. Yeah. And then I was like, yo, what song is this on Siri? Or like I'll Google whatever the show is, episode 5 music.
Like on The Shy.
Yeah.
Shy be breaking a lot of music.
A lot of music. Shy, Insecure does a great job at that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's one way too. Or I feel like that company Steve Stout created. I can't remember the name.
Was it Breaker? Is it Breaker?
There's Breaker, but there's another one. It's not a publishing company.
No. It's United Masters.
United Masters, right? So he has to deal with the NBA. So like, I'm on Bleacher Report NBA a lot, watching clips. They'll put new music artists as the music for that. So you be like, damn, what is this? So that's So I find, as a fan, I find new music like through Instagram shows, movies, or through a trusted resource. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's
trusted resource.
And I think that's the number one for some people.
Yeah, because like, man, if anybody be like, yo, my homeboy rap, I'm like, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like if I get my homeboy to post my shit, that's my homeboy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is gonna reach for him?
Yeah.
But if I get Drake to post my shit, that's like a cosign.
Exactly. It's exactly what that is.
Yeah, cosign.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And that's why, create this whole thing. You think about it, the power of a cosign. Look at it this way, man. Gucci just signed an artist from Waco,
Hot Boy West.
Hot Boy West. So yeah, granted, we from Central Texas, so a lot of us may know him. Yeah. But now that Gucci put that stamp, say, okay, he 10-17, I'm gonna put him on the record. His photo, I look at the comments on the video. Damn, Gucci know how to A&R. Gucci be always find new artists. Oh man, he hot, man. Gucci got him a nice one. Blah blah blah. Now Gucci audience looking at him, and now he gonna take off, bro, on a national level. So that cosign, bro, is powerful. Even like blog wise, like you look at Say Cheese TV. You know what I'm saying? They post some, you gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some trash, you at least gonna watch.
You gonna watch it. You ain't gonna scroll past it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
it's a view. You know what I'm saying?
It's a view because it's a trust to reach. They're known for breaking, you know what I'm saying, new music, information, new artists, stuff like that. So I think that's how people, that's the route people go to now. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's cool, because it's what it is today. Yeah. You got to really just go with the times, and that's a lot of people struggle with, especially my age. Yeah. I'm 33 now. You know what I'm saying? I've been in it since 1920. So, 13, 14 years, man, it's totally different. Yeah. You used to have to put your song on a USB drive, go to club to club to club to club. And I mean, I'm talking 6 or 7 clubs a night. Yeah. Stand by the DJ booth or give the DJ your song, network with them. If you smart, what I tell niggas, have $50 ready, $20 ready, throw it on the table, let that nigga play your shit. Leave there, go to buy him a drink or something.
I was about to say, buy him a drink.
I buy him a drink. If he smoke, can we smoke in here? Yeah. Hit this out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's today. Show love. I do it today just cause, but what it is, and then you leave. You don't even like press them to play a record. You just leave. Because what that does is you're building a relationship, and you have to get this DJ to play your song when you're not here. Yeah. That's the only way to solidify. He gonna remember that shit.
Yeah, not fair.
So you go do that to 6 other spots. Yeah. By the time you go home, you gas, but you made some progress.
Yeah, you made some progress.
But today that ain't. I mean, if you do that, I do that. Like I said, I do that today just because I fuck with the niggas. Yeah. I don't even be trying to get my song played. I know that ain't the wave. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, if I don't have your song already from the internet.
Yeah. Not bad.
If I didn't hit you in your DM and was like, hey, send me this. Yeah. Then,
Nah, that's right, bro. So, man, but I want you to go ahead and lead the people, bro, especially artists, whether music artists, producers, or artists in general, bro, creators. You've been through it all. You've been through a lot that people couldn't survive, that wouldn't want to survive through it, but you maintained and you got over it. Yeah. Dealt with adversity head on, and you conquered it, bro. So give some people some motivation, advice to maybe get through some trying time like you've been through, and they don't know what to do. They don't see the light out of the tunnel, man. So lead them with some motivation, bro.
You just gotta be strong, man. Yeah. Strength is a tactic that you're born with, I believe, or you learn from somebody that's important to your mom, your pops. And I had both parents at home until, of course, my senior year. But strength, prayer before strength. Fair. If you ain't got prayer, you ain't got shit. Yeah. If you don't have a relationship with God, you don't have nothing. Everything that I had was taken away. And I didn't even realize it. I'm thinking, oh shit, just going out the window. Things are happening to me, but let's step away from those things and let's focus on your personal life. What are you doing in your personal life that are maybe causing all these things to happen? Are you disrespecting women? Are you, doing all this crazy stuff? Are you on drugs? Are you, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to look yourself in the mirror. Yeah. Stay strong. Stay active. Go to the fucking studio. Master your craft. Because a lot of times, a lot of people think they're going through shit, and it's just because they're not really going through nothing. They're just not good enough. You just got to get good at this shit. Yeah. You do. You got a lot of competition out there. And you got to know what you're going for. You can't just hop in something and, you know what I'm saying? This ain't a swimming pool. Yeah. You just can't hop in and just swim around. And you got to know I'm going to point B.
Yeah.
So
Know your target.
yeah, you know, and then play your position, and just find a way to keep yourself motivated. Stay by keeping that focus. Focus on what you want to do, you know. But I say keep God first and pray.
Yeah.
Pray, bro. I can't ever stress that stuff enough. I'm gonna tell you right now, I started praying a lot more before I walk out the bank. And when I try to walk out the bank, that's when shit started working for me. Like every other day, something new was happening. You know, good. I didn't start seeing a lot of bad news.
Right.
I stopped seeing a lot of bad news because I prayed. Prayer. That's all I can say. You know, that's the motivation that I use.
Yeah, that's what's up.
For real.
You heard it first here with Super. Stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? Perfect your craft and have strength. Thanks for coming into COSIGN Conversations interview,
Anytime,
man.
bro.
It's a great
Anytime,
time.
man.
And as always, continue the COSIGN life.
Hey, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I need my followers up.
Let's give my man a follow.
Look, official SVPA. Official SVPA. Holla at me.
Yeah, ASAP.
Hey guys, what's good? Thanks for supporting COSIGN Magazine by watching this video. If you really enjoyed this content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share.